Good morning. It is July 2nd and it's 6:30 and I'm leaving camp up here by the communications facility / old lookout. I did not get a great night's sleep last night because it was very windy, and so that was making my tent flap in the wind. It was very loud. This morning I was awoken by a nosy deer crunching around, just stepping, not actually biting anything of mine. It is a relatively cool day. I'm sure it'll warm up, and I have about 13 miles to the Subway Cave. I'm excited for this. It's a lava tube, and there's a loop that you can take that is just a short little spur off of the PCT. So I'm meeting Southern Minnesota guy there, and we're gonna explore the cave together. So I gotta make sure that I charge up my headlamp from using it last night. I got into camp pretty late. It was past twilight by the time I actually got to camp, so I used my headlamp so that I could see to set up my tent and get everything all arranged inside the tent. I'm up on what's called Hat Creek Rim, which basically means that I was following the edge of a cliff or a bluff for many miles yesterday and another many miles today. You can see m.y.t.h to the south. All the way back to Mount Shasta to the north. I'm taking a little snack break with views of Mount Lawson ahead of me. I just was on the Pacific Crest Trail Association, the PCTA's closures page, and I see that there is a fire that's developing in the Klamath National Forest, and they're recommending, they don't have all the details yet, but they're recommending avoiding the section between Sayad Valley and Etna Summit. And that was a section that I had skipped and was going to come back to. I had skipped it because there was snow there that was more advanced than I felt comfortable doing, and I was going to try to go back and fill that in later this month, and I see now that they're recommending avoiding it. So I hope they're able to get the fires contained. That's a big bummer. My snacks of choice right now: homemade dried strawberries, homemade dried apple slices, and a very flattened, very mooshed Snickers bar. But I figured I should eat it now while the temperatures are cooler rather than waiting later in the day when it gets warmer, and then it'll just be a big mushy mess. This is my view for my snack break. trail register. Definitely different feel and different vegetation from the Hat Creek rim. We're descending in elevation and off of that bluff that I've been walking along for the past day and a half or so. Looks like things did not end well for this blue jay. Well, my time in the thicker forest was short. Now I'm back out in a more exposed stretch again, but I do have a beautiful view of Mount Shasta over the valley. I'm at the Hat Creek Overlook, and I can see Mount Lawson to the south, and the Hat Creek Valley down below, and I think that's maybe Highway 44 down there. I think I read that Mount Lawson was the southernmost active volcano in the Cascade Range, and that it last erupted in like 1915 or something. We are going to check out Subway Cave, which is a lava tube cave. The floor is very uneven. And it is noticeably quite a bit cooler down here. On the sign outside it said the average temperature was 46 degrees Fahrenheit. It said the sparkles on the ceiling are droplets of percolating groundwater. So it's about 6:30 and Southern Minnesota guy dropped me off at the Hat Creek Overlook where he had picked me up earlier this afternoon, and we went to the town of Boerne and got cheeseburgers and shakes at the Alpine Inn drive-in. I have a little over one more mile to try to find this stealth campsite that I heard about in a far out comment. I'm walking through kind of a desolate landscape here. I think there must have been a recent fire. Everything is charred and black and kind of a little bit creepy looking. This is the wrap up for July 2nd. Today was a really good day. I got a pretty early start and got a bunch of exposed pretty hot and sunny miles done early in the day. And then I got to hang out with Southern Minnesota guy and explore the subway cave lava tube, which was super cool. I would say that's probably the highlight of the day for me. And now I've found a nice quiet camp spot on the spur to the subway cave, just a little bit off of the main PCT proper. So hopefully I'll have a nice, relaxing and restful evening. Until next time, come along with me as I hike slow, take a lot of pictures, and eat a lot of snacks. Good night.